guys, let's go for a little test drive. It's idling good. It's idling, I'd say about 700, 750. It's gonna be loud and shaky. I told Jennifer it probably won't work right without us putting an aluminum head on here and, you know, stroker crank and all that stuff, different camshaft, but she ain't buying it. I want tires so damn bad I can taste it. I want new tires pretty bad, but I'm fighting it off. About next time I get stuck, and I'm the only one stuck, it might happen. Just do some normal driving until we warm it up. I don't got my camera woman with me. Let me pause it where I can fix this right off the bat. Maybe I'll gouge it and there'll be so much horsepower it just throws the camera off the dash, sucks it off the windshield. Yeah, but that ain't gonna happen. Just part throttle to ease and off part throttle. You can tell you don't have to give it as much throttle to get it to go. I may have to turn y'all off till the tires warm up because it's gonna be shaky like crazy until they do. Bad about bias tires, and mine sit a while so they get flat spotted pretty bad. I'm used to it. Getting a lot more air, it should help. Going over to buddy's house. It's got that red TJ Nork, and he's got a 1500 Chevrolet. He's building a LS1. It was a turbo motor. Now he's building an all-out just motor truck. Texas cam, all kind of shit in that thing. We'll go over and take a look at it. See what he's doing. Probably won't video it though, if he's even over here. Yeah, he's working on it. I'm gonna go. Alright guys, she's still idling easy like she's supposed to. That's what I was worried about the most, was messing up the idle on it, because once you do that, you went too far. Damn sure shifts into second a lot harder, that's for sure. I guess the extra, could be extra torque. That could be a indicator that it's got a little bit more torque, because your torque converters all works off the torque from the engine. The more torque you got, the harder to hit. I would do a burnout, see if it do a burnout, but it won't do it with these disc brakes on the back. Tell though, when you give it gas, you don't have to give it as much gas to get going. I like barely touching it. Like I said on the way here, it's been about an hour and a half, but we're gonna do some tests on that air box and see if it's causing us a problem with that adapter that's coming out of it, because it's just a little square hole going out to that snorkel tube. I could be nuts and it ain't doing anything, but we'll see if it's creating a vacuum there. Put my vacuum gauge on it and make us a hole in it somewhere that we can seal up easy, and see if it's throwing a vacuum on it. I'm thinking about ordering a methanol injection kit to put on it too. That'll on naturally aspirated engines, it'll help, it'll gain a little bit of horsepower. I've seen it gain 10, 12, 20 on some naturally aspirated engines. But with a Jeep, with these 4.0s, as hot as that damn intake gets, it probably would make a pretty good bit of difference on one of these. I mean, there's only one way to find out, is putting the damn thing on here and try it. Just have it come on a wide open throttle, so when we're in a mud hole, we'll be able to tell using the mud dyno in second gear. See if it builds any more RPMs. I ain't worried about killing the motor. I mean, I'd if I killed it, we'd do something different. But I know I've said I put that 5.3 in here 100 times, but you know, I also would like to build this engine because I like doing stuff that nobody does. You know, MLS's motors are in everything. It'd be cool. rotation of the tire, it's in second gear or drive on that 2-speed, and man, that son of a bitch will roll out. The tires are turning so fast. We went to bounty holes with it where if there's no water in a bounty hole, we go across it with that thing. But if there's water in it, we can't do it because it'll splash in front of the truck and just suck it right down in it. But it'll skip right across the top of most of anything because of the wheel speed. It keeps it up on top of it. But we went to a bounty hole one time in Georgia that nobody been through. It was like a $2,000 bounty hole, and we wanted to go check it out and see if there's any water in it. And we told the people, we said, look here, you know, if you'll let us go first, we'll put in the pot and try it. Well, I pulled up there and they had a big ass hill at the other end of it because nobody had been through this thing, and this is a true story. Nobody had been through it, and I stopped, switched the truck off, and I seen that hill, how high it was. I thought it was just a little dip, but it was higher than I thought it was. I told them if they'd knock that hill down, I'm gonna go through it. Well, the announcer laughed at me, and everybody in the crowd laughed at me because he was being a dick, talking about, oh, this boy thinks he's fixing to go through here. There ain't nobody been through here, blah, blah, blah. All this shit. Well, they knocked the hill down. When I come out the other end of it running about 120, probably 110, 115 mile an hour, I won the $2,000, but I busted 2 beadlock wheels on the front of it when it hit that embankment, and it just skidded around in the circle to a stop. But that thing will go through anything if there ain't no water in it because it's so much wheel speed. And the more wheel speed you can get in a mud hole, the better off you are. And that's why, you know, you watch these mudding videos, everybody's raising hell in them. It makes a difference. Next time you're in a mud hole, just ease off in there and turn the tires real slow and see what happens. You'll go down. But you can back up, do the same thing with it on the floor, and let it shift into second gear in an XJ, especially with like 33s on it. That son of a bitch is gone then, and it makes a difference. So when you get the wheel speed up a little bit on this, I put the 456 gears in it for that reason, where it'll have wheel speed still, and the pinion wouldn't be so small. Let's crank it back up. It sounded like it was wanting to idle up right there. I think I got a problem with the idle air motor that was doing that before. Nah, she's good. Alright, boys. It's Sunday evening. I'm done for the weekend. We'll go trail riding soon. I'm actually going over there to see old Mike with the big black Dodge. That's his daddy's. That's his boy. It's got the 5.3. See if he wanted to go out, but his brake caliper's locked up on the front, so he couldn't go. So we'll go maybe in a weekend or two. We got to finish this Mustang next weekend to get it the hell out of here, and we're gonna get back on the Jeep. Maybe do some more stuff to the engine to get a little bit more power out of it. I'm not sure the methanol injection will make a difference on the Jeep. But I'm thinking the way that the intake runs so hot on these things, it will cool that down instantly. These things run lean anyway. If you look at it, if you could put a wideband on these things, they run like 15-to-1 air fuel, which is lean as hell. So it wouldn't hurt to have a little bit more fuel in there to richen it up a little bit. So without doing screwy shit to the computer, actually putting a bigger throttle body on it's going to lean it out a little bit more. But you know, it should stay around 15-to-1 no matter how much air you introduce to it, because of the O2 sensors. This is going to keep the fuel injectors will compensate through the O2 sensors. Back in the day when you put nitrous on a Mustang, you could put what they call a dry kit on it, like a 75 shot dry kit, and as soon as that air fuel changed enough in the, I mean, it's in split second, you know, milliseconds. As soon as the O2 sees the temperature change, it upped the fuel injector width, pulse width, and it fattened up the mixture to make it live on a dry nitrous shot. And so it will compensate for more air, I'm not saying that, but it's still set in the computer to run around 15-to-1 air fuel ratio. If you can get it down to like 13.8, 13.5, these would make more power, which is why the Mustangs and stuff seem to make more power when you put a carburetor on, because they run fuel injection lean. So anyway, we might give it a shot. We'll see anyway. I'll I'm gonna do some research tonight and see how much it is for the little kit, and we'll see if we can do that next. And I still want to do the intake and the header and stuff too, but we got to do it in steps. Y'all take it easy, have a good one, and I will holla at you later. Bye.